name is Tracy and this is the 3-Wick Thesis Candle channel. I wanted to hop on real quick this evening and just share with you some of my warm impressions of the Peter Rabbit series from Goose Creek. I know that they are selling out quickly because this is last year's stock. If you want more information on that, be sure to check out my original haul video. I'll post the description below. But I do have some updates about how these candles have evolved from my cold impressions that I offered in that video to my first burn warm impressions. So I'll show you a quick video of them burning and give you those updated insights. Note, I am only including 8 of the 10 because 2 of them have already sold out. That's Mr. McGregor's Garden and the Peonies one are both gone from the website. So we'll talk about the sweet raspberry one first. I do want to highlight that I had a pretty serious burn issue with this candle. This is the video here of it about 30 minutes into the burn. I was very alarmed by the fact that the one wick has really kind of gone a little bit bonkers and that the wax is so unevenly pooling. I ended up burning it out, trimming the wicks and relighting it, and eventually it did work itself out, but I was a little concerned about this being a potential fire hazard with what happened. The scent on this is pretty mild to me. I don't get a lot of throw, and in general, this just feels like a kind of basic raspberry candle. I like it, but it would not be a repurchase for me. The bread and milk on warm is interesting. The best way that I can describe it is it smells like you baked like a cinnamon roll, but you didn't put enough butter on it and you didn't put any icing on it. You get the cinnamon, you definitely get this like bready note, but it's not what I would think of as like fresh baked bread that I would want to put butter on. It smells more like a sweet bread, but again, without the frosting and without like enough oil or butter to make it really creamy and dreamy. So weird, still not really all that interested in that candle. I can appreciate it, but it's not for me. It will not be a repurchase. The cherry pie one, I have to say I was a little bit disappointed in. The cherry becomes very, very dark on warm. I might argue that it borderline becomes medicinal. It almost starts to smell like cough syrup. It gets so dark. It's not medicinal, but it's really flirting with that line. And the pie crust goes from smelling like actual baked pie crust to almost smelling like a little bit burnt and maybe a little bit ambiguous in terms of a bakery scent. It reminds me quite a bit of the cherry Pop-Tart, but I actually think the cherry Pop-Tart on warm is better than the cherry pie on warm. So a little bit disappointed in that one. Honestly, not sure I'll repurchase it, but on cold impression alone, I was ready to really stock up on those. So I did want to update this and let you know that it definitely evolves on warm. Now, in terms of the blueberry, that one was really interesting. I do feel like the blueberry came out a little bit more. This is the blueberry jam candle. The fruit note goes up, but so did the pastry note in it. And honestly, this ends up smelling just like the blueberry Pop-Tart candle to me. It was indistinguishable. Again, I really wanted more fruit, more sugar, and less pastry. And instead, I think it's pretty well balanced. Like you could tell me this was blueberry pie and I would believe you. The laundry candle, my notes just say, yes, please. I want more. This is definitely one of my favorites of the bunch. It is definitely going to be a reorder. I absolutely love it. It's warm. It's pleasant. It's not too sharp or too high-pitched like some laundry, cotton, linen candles can be. So that one was not surprised by anything. Really love it and am going to repurchase it once it is a better sale price. Now, the strawberry one on cold was super weird, medicinal. At one point, I thought I was smelling kerosene. On warm, it really does evolve. You get much more of the strawberry scent. However, I would argue that the green note that you get in that candle smells almost like florist greens or cut grass. It does not feel like strawberry greens to me. So there's still a clash happening there, but it's much more pleasant on warm than it is on cold. It's a little bizarre. If you're interested, check it out, but it will not be a repurchase for me. The carrot cake is as amazing as I thought it would be. It is still spicy. Those spices are warm. They're dry, if that makes sense. I don't feel like I get a really juicy cake note. It smells more like a dry cake, dry spice, and you do get just a hint of that cream cheese frosting. Again, I wish the cream cheese frosting was a little bit stronger, but I think it's appropriate because that's actually what carrot cake would smell like. Again, with that one, not a huge surprise between warm versus cold. It would be a repurchase for me if I didn't already have 3 carrot cake candles this season, but I might still repurchase it just because I really like it. However, I'll probably get the other label that just came out just for the sake of variety. And then the final one that I'll share with you is the Sunkissed Daffodils. This one smelled exactly the same on cold as it does warm. I absolutely love it. I still can't get the citrus note in it, but you do get the daffodils. It's just a really nice floral that's not too sharp, and it's really well balanced with that meadow grass note. It's really beautiful, and that's another one that I would absolutely recommend and also plan to repurchase. All right, y'all, I hope those updates have helped give you even more insight. Again, I've only done a single burn, so I can't talk about the other elements of my rubric. I can tell you that in terms of throw, I was a little bit disappointed with the raspberry note, and the otherwise, all of these were decent throwers. The best throwers by far were the carrot cake and the laundry scent. Those had the strongest throw on first burn. So hopefully that gives you some more insights. I hope that you are ready to pull the trigger on some of these. Make sure you get them before they sell out. They're going pretty quick. And I also wouldn't recommend doing a huge stock up just because these candles are already over a year old. If you have any additional questions or comments, go ahead and leave them below for me. And if you appreciate my update, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope that you subscribe. And if you're returning, thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate y'all. Take care, and I'll see you again later on.